All right, before you create another landing page, you need to see this. So people use landing pages, which are just pages that come like you're driving traffic to. You could be driving traffic to from social media, from ads, from organic content. But landing pages is kind of the first page people land on. And typically, when they land on this page, you want to drive them to some sort of action. A lot of people, it's an opt in or download my guide or watch my free training or something along those lines, but something that's valuable for your customer. So, probably you already know that if you're still watching this. So let's go into some best practices that we saw that helped get our landing page conversion rate much higher, like 40%. Okay, so first thing is always use a white background with dark gray font. Why? It's the easiest to read, right? And I know you might have cool branding and you really like the white on black and whatever it may be, but the truth is, like, our human brains, we just are seeking comfort and avoiding discomfort as much as possible. And when you're busy, if you land on a page and it's hard to read, you may not even consciously just tell yourself, I'm going to exit out of this and I'm going to do it later because it's too much work. Again, you may not even be consciously thinking about that, but you want to think about that when you're building a landing page for yourself, especially when you're testing some new messaging or a new, offer or whatever it may be. Okay, so that's first. Second is you want to use a very clear and compelling headline that grabs attention. How we achieved X using Y in Z time is the simplest, best way to create the headline and make sure it's very, very clear, very, very attention grabbing front and center. Okay. Secondarily or tertiarily, right? You want to make sure you're using a button that is either like orange or green. Like, don't use any sort of stop colors like red or dark pink or something like that. I know that seems like such a simple change, but we used to, when we ran paid media for like 70 accounts, we always started people with what we would call the big ugly orange page, orange button page. And it was this ugly orange button page, but it had the highest conversion. So anytime you're testing new offers, we always start with that and then we iterate from there. We definitely want to avoid things that are going to prevent people from clicking through. So make sure your call to action buttons are either, orange is typically what we've seen in terms of like actual data has the highest conversions, but at least green or blue or something like positive, nothing negative that could be like subconsciously trigger a stop. Okay. Third thing, put some sort of social proof on there, whether it's like how many social media followers you have, like whether it's actual testimonials and case studies, something to build some sort of trust, right? So to do something to build some sort of trust. And the last thing is make sure that call to action, when it's on the nice colored button, is super, super clear, right? So download now, get the training, access immediately, okay? Those things by themselves are going to help your landing page conversion drastically increase. And they're not even crazy like things you have to edit. A lot of people overthink their landing page. They make it like a book. It doesn't need to be as short, concise, and clear to the point. Why is this valuable? Why would somebody opt in? Okay. So following those practices, you should see an increase in your conversion rate. If your conversion rate is not at least 20 or 30%, definitely do those things to get there at least, because that really should be your floor. Okay. I hope that helps. And if it does, let me know.